Hello and welcome to today's Developer Q&A. I'm John, your host for today, and I am joined on this stream, on this first part of the stream, sorry, by this lovely lot. If you would like to introduce yourselves.
Yeah, I'm Mod Osborne. I've done this a few times. You're probably bored of me.
True.
Yeah, I'm Mod Nova, Events Manager at Jagex, and I'm on the live stream for the first time, so hi.
Yay.
Me too.
I'm Mod.Jim. I'm lead designer on the new game Chronicle RuneScape Legends.
I'm Mod JD. I'm social media and streaming manager, so most of the time I'm behind the scenes on this thing.
Right, before we start, there's a lot of mention of combat in the chat. Just wanted to say that that has been fixed now. So we derped and we underped it quite quickly. So yeah, that has all been fixed. Right, so for the first part of this live stream we wanted to talk about RuneFest. So we've been receiving some questions from you guys, and we just decided to have, so Tanya, who's events manager, Dave, who's basically content manager for RuneFest.
Oh, kinda, yeah. Yeah, been dealing with some of the sessions.
Oh,
go on then. It makes it easy.
And then someone from Chronicle, just to talk about Chronicle and what role that's going to play in...
Someone.
Just someone, yeah.
It's fine.
So yeah, we could only get this guy, so... sorry, we were joking about this before the stream. So yeah, Mod.Jim for Chronicle, and Mod JD to talk about everything to do with competitions and the Golden Gnomes.
Yes.
Right, so let's get started with those. When did we start planning for this RuneFest?
For me, it never really feels like we stop planning for RuneFest. After RuneFest is before the next RuneFest, basically.
Okay.
But the proper hot planning phase was, let's say, 12 weeks ago, I think.
Okay, that's quite short then.
Oh yeah, well.
But still, that it feels
Still-
like we've done
Yeah.
that before.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
It was
last
like
year
yeah.
was worse.
Yeah, that's good.
But we're not prepared for the other RuneFest, but you get the idea.
Yeah, because I think it's a big belief that among players that like we start planning RuneFest like a month before, and that we never announce it beforehand. So that's why it's
if only
nice to
they
know
knew.
that we're actually thinking about it like well ahead of time.
Kind of.
Yeah. So how did we decide on the theme of this year's RuneFest?
Yeah, basically we were sitting down with the RuneScape team and just having a look at the most important updates, I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of looking at the end of this year and just thinking like what suits. Obviously, coming out at the end of this year, you've got Christmas. Probably not best not to do a Christmas themed RuneFest
In
Christmas in
October.
I'd be up for 2 Christmases, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So we kind of fell on these 2 themes that we really liked. So I don't know if many people know that there's 2 themes.
I don't know.
Yeah, we have our invention theme.
So it's a cogs and steampunk.
Yeah,
As you can
very
see the logo
steampunky.
behind us.
Yep.
Exactly, and we have our vampire theme.
Yeah, so I think we've got an image to show some of the decor that's going to be used. So this is, I'm guessing, kind of work in progress.
Yeah, definitely. But
So you can see
Awesome.
some cogs, some...
So obviously there's nothing more steampunk than a giant watch being held by 2 ladies.
of course.
So that will be there.
And the obligatory coffins as well.
Exactly. But we deliberated a lot on this, didn't we? Of really trying to get that feel of...
Yeah, still working on it, but I think the props are now pretty much all set. Signed them off today, actually. And yeah, well, what basically happens is we have upstairs our whole invention theme, and downstairs we have our vampire theme.
A kind of dark vibe and things like
Yeah, the venue leans itself
Yeah,
towards
I'm
it
really
pretty
excited
well,
about our first haunted house.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
people have been mentioning our little friend on the table
Yes.
that we've not referenced at all yet. So it's going
It's slightly weird that no one's mentioned it.
Right.
So this is a head in the jar, and it's going to be part of one of the attractions on the actual day itself. We won't tell you which one yet. We'll leave you to speculate, but this is Mod Remy in a jar.
Yeah.
So
I
we'll
guess
leave that.
A few more people will die up to then, so we will have a few more heads and jars.
Rip
Yes.
JMods.
Yes.
Is that a straw poll?
Well,
we can't.
I don't think we can do a straw poll. Just send us in the chat who you want to see in a jar.
Yeah.
Yeah, so why did we choose Tobacco Docks again this year?
Yeah, as I said, the venue itself just leans itself towards both themes, in our opinion. Downstairs you have this all cryptic situation and setup. So there's not too much that needs to be dressed, basically. But I still dressed it a lot. Well, and I think it's kind of a tradition because the last few RuneFests we did, I don't know, the last 2 ones, I'm not 100% sure, happened there as well. So
yeah, it's kind of our home away from home now.
Yeah,
it's a nice place. So
fantastic location.
Nice
loads of room, loads of funky setups for different things that we can do. So we've had a lot of fun with the setting up of the rooms and stuff, haven't we?
The vampire theme really suits the downstairs as well, with all the
architraves and things.
It's really cool.
Yeah. We let you have lunch in a graveyard. And in a crypt. So
people can jump out at you at any opportunity. That's what you want while you're eating a sandwich. We were talking at one point, well, just a little anecdote, that we really like the idea of having ghasts. And if you don't know ghasts in RuneScape, they come by and they turn your food green really annoyingly. You just have the idea of ghasts going around with green spray cans of food colorant and just spraying food green and going, sorry mate.
Can we just spend all the budget on that?
Yeah.
That's the best job for a mod. That is the best.
Yeah, about 100 ghast outfits for the mods, please. Right, I think, what was the most difficult part about preparing for this event?
I think,
in your opinion?
For me personally, the most difficult part is making sure that we meet the players' expectations. Means I definitely need a lot of feedback from the whole RuneScape team, which works really well so far, and I think we're really pretty much on track.
We're getting really good at it as well. Hopefully, anyway. So we talk to the players every time we do RuneFest. You guys, you tell us what you liked and really didn't like. So we're just kind of improving it. For example, last year you told us you really liked the kind of hunt the JMods.
That was a cool feature.
Some of the sessions that people really liked or didn't like. So there's less of the quiz, but more kind of content focused stuff. So you get more of that.
Yeah, I really like that Hunt the JMod thing. I wasn't actually on that list of Hunt the JMod things, but people still came up to me and asked me for to sign off something. So I just each time cheekily signed off for someone they hadn't found yet. Yeah, that was quite a good thing, though.
Yeah. I love doing that. Yeah,
it's great. I think Mod Ollie had fist bump me. I think was one of them, and so he just did like legions of fist bumps.
No, you know that Mod Ollie sat behind the camera.
That's it. He's eyeing us,
eagerly waiting to get onto the couch. So yeah, just to mention, after this RuneFest section, we'll be actually going to the Dev Q&A part of this live stream. So where was I? Will there be any talks related to botting during this RuneFest?
There is no specific kind of botting talk. We've also not got any big questions session. But I know for a fact after RuneFest has happened, we're going to have a kind of a reconvene stream where we talk about the kind of the big questions that come up. There weren't questions that weren't answered, things that cropped up because of the sessions that were there. Because obviously we're going to be revealing things. And exactly, and so inevitably there'll be questions about like what is this? What are you launching? That's amazing, or I've got feedback on it, and so we'll talk about that in another live stream.
And with regards to the botting question, they may be something at RuneFest.
Oh really? Ooh.
Maybe.
We're
still a work in progress.
Maybe
does Tanya know?
No, not
So, question for you, Mod JD. The Golden Gnomes. There was Starina asking why were the digital and hand-drawn art categories merged this year?
So this is something that we spent a lot of time deliberating about, the actual categories themselves. I mean, I had a quick look earlier and we tried to make it as much about every individual community as we possibly can. So we kind of split it into art community, the video community, streaming community, and the community as a whole. And we worked out that actually we had something like 5 awards for the art community under 4 different headings. We had 4 awards for streamers under 2 headings, and we had 6 video awards under 3 headings. So art is such a huge area. It was difficult to try and we wanted to try and encourage as many people to enter as we possibly could, and we didn't want to shackle anybody with saying you have to do it digitally, you have to do it hand-drawn. We wanted to try and make it as inclusive as possible, so that's kind of why we mixed the 2 together. But we're really looking forward to seeing some fantastic entries for that one, because I think it is one of the strongest categories that we do have.
Cool. What happened to the Dragon's Den part of RuneFest? Basically where players could suggest ideas. It birthed Barbarian Assault apparently. and it wasn't there last year.
Yeah, it was a Barbarian Assault rework came from it rather than Barbarian Assault.
Oh, sorry.
But, no, that's sorry, I'm just hammering.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, it was. Rune Labs really has kind of taken that role, I think. Rune Labs was the opportunity for players to really give us something rather than just those who were at RuneFest. But that doesn't mean that we're not looking for ideas or that there aren't opportunities for ideas at RuneFest. Come grab us. Many of us will have pads. I know Pi will have his pad with him.
Pad, famous
I'm
Pi
going to have my pad. I'm going to be noting things down.
Have you got a cool name for your pad though?
I got the D pad.
It's not quite. Yeah, it's not quite Pi pad though, is it?
It's not
quite
pad.
as clever.
Clutching.
Oh, I tried. Desperately. Pi pad got there first. He was always going to win. But I come back with like so much feedback and so many ideas that I wouldn't like to continue.
Okay.
So we'll be there in some format.
Forks is asking, are there any other events like RuneFest that could be other side of the year? So, for example, office tours, that sort of thing?
Sorry, I was looking at the chat then because it says that it says there's Mod Osborne's mic is muted. So.
Oh well, you know they may be tricking me. No, they're not. It's muted. All right.
Have a look.
Do you want to have a look at mine?
I'll check you out. Yeah.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
Sorry, what was the question, Mod John?
How did I flick that in my pocket?
Oh, okay, yeah.
No wonder.
So, so events to the office. We've done Game Blast recently in February, where we invited, I believe it was about 40 players to the office, around about that, maybe more than that.
Yeah, we were in 80-ish.
80-ish. Yeah, so we have that.
JMods as well.
We had players into the office on Friday. Going through some of the content with us and yeah, just generally having a look around the office. We are looking to do more events like that, and there'll be more information about this kind of thing on the forums. We're going to try and get people to sign up, and then we'll pick assorted people at random to see if they want to come to the office. So again, that's something that we're looking to do more of in the future. There'll be more information about it yeah, in the near future.
Okay, that's good. Good news. If you want to come to Dragex HQ, it's going to be possible. It
is pretty awesome.
Yeah,
you should come in.
Yeah, it is awesome.
Yeah,
awesome people.
That's it.
Seriously, sorry, is asking, will people be allowed to bring their own food and drink to RuneFest? A bit of a niche
unfortunately
question,
not, but that is a decision of the venue itself.
Okay.
It's just a house rule, but we will, of course, we will offer drinks and food that you can buy.
Okay.
As well as a nice dinner in the evening.
Cool, thanks. It's good to know that in advance. Loris is asking, what in-game titles, items will be given away at RuneFest this year, if any?
What can we say?
I would say it's a surprise.
Yeah, I think part of the fun of that is the surprise of not knowing what it is, and then being able to actually play at RuneFest and find out what the item is, redeem it at RuneFest, and then sort of show it off at RuneFest.
I think the important thing to take from this is there's something that you can't get anywhere else that you're going to get from coming to RuneFest, and possibly also we're looking at ways
that we can get the stream guys involved as well.
Yeah, we would really like kind of people watching, because obviously it's worth noting here that RuneFest isn't just about the people who are coming along.
Yes,
it's about watching on streams.
It will be streamed. All of the main stage presentations will be streamed at least.
Yep, absolutely. So we're finding ways that you can get this thing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we are looking into it.
No! It's revealed too much.
We are looking into it. So all those guys watching the stream now thinking, oh, I'm not going to be able to get anything from RuneFest, you may be able to. Again, we're looking into it.
Okay, cool. What type of competitions will there be on the stream, though? Can you tell us a bit about that?
Again, I don't want to reveal too much.
Okay.
There's going to be...
We've got an image for this to show out the timetable of the stream.
Yes,
The timetable
so,
of the...
so this is the main stage.
The stream, sorry,
this is what you'll be looking at.
Venue.
Yeah.
And watching.
The main stage is what you'll see on the stream for the most part.
Yes.
So as you can see from there's kind of more things that are like reveals. I think that's what people most look for, is that seeing something they haven't seen before, talking about big updates. And so I've been involved in Invention. We're talking about showing a lot of the perks, devices, all of these things. Got NXT making its first...
Yeah, which I know will please the chat no end, because that's what we get asked every single week on this stream.
You're going to have an NXT spam soon.
It's worth noting there's also going to be 10 PCs there.
Yes.
You being able to play it, so finally get your hands on it.
Yeah.
It's really awesome.
Yeah, so make sure you put that one in your diaries. But there are some great sessions there on the main stage and on the second stage. We won't be streaming the second stage, but we'll try to make videos of it. So if you do miss it, then you'll be able to catch up at a later date.
Then there's something called Chronicle, when most people have their lunch.
Cheers, Dave.
No.
No, we had an awesome time last year revealing the game, and a year on we get to show how much more awesome the game is. And
we play it all the time, don't we?
We do.
We've got all the kind of lunchtime leaderboards.
Yeah, it's really exciting seeing everyone play it in the office, but you know, we get to share it again with the players, and we're really excited for that as well. So,
yeah.
Yep.
Can you, for those of you who are watching that don't know what Chronicle is, could you just give us a recap on what it actually is?
Yeah,
we've
definitely.
Got a few images for this if you want to.
Yeah, so we've got a couple of images. We'll be playing a short trailer as well a little bit later on, which is pretty special. So yeah, I'll explain a little bit. So Chronicle brings all of the kind of best elements of the RuneScape universe into a strategy card game. You'll be able to collect all of the awesome characters, locations, weapons, items from RuneScape and use them to create quests for some of the greatest characters we think within RuneScape, and you'll be able to build quests for them, play against off each other, and yeah, just have a really exciting time expanding the lore, the gameplay of RuneScape into a kind of a brand new experience, which is going to be really exciting. So cool. Yeah, the game's come a long way. I mean, if any of you have already seen what we show last year, you'll see how far the game's come along already, and some of the stuff we're going to be showing off, you'll see in a trailer soon, is pretty awesome. So that's cool. We're really excited about it. Yeah.
So yeah, what I was going to ask my next question was what can we expect to see at RuneFest? But you've kind of already answered that.
Yeah, well, on the main stage we'll be showing off obviously more of the game, what's to come, some of the details. But we'll be doing. We were at Somnia. I don't know if anyone knows, Insomnia, a big industry event for players all over the world to come to. Yeah, there was another one recently. We were there a few months ago. And we did an on-stage demo live, and we're going to be doing the same thing at RuneFest.
That's cool.
Just a couple of mods playing off against each other.
You're going to be able to root for team mod or team mod.
Exactly, yeah. But the most important thing is obviously the room. We're going to be open all day. Everyone can come down. You'll be able to log into your accounts, play Chronicle, and yeah, really have a really good time with the game. Cool. We'll be streaming some of that stuff as well, hopefully as well. And we've got something very special as well in our room that we hope everyone can come and check out and play Chronicle in a slightly different way.
Oh, nice.
So we haven't revealed that yet, though.
And the last question for you is, what's the next step for Chronicle after this presentation at RuneFest and after showing up at RuneFest? So
it'll be getting into everyone's hands at home. So that'll be the main thing. You'll hear obviously more about that at RuneFest when we announce more details about how that's going to be coming and when people can play it. But that'll be the big thing. And yeah, building more and more of the game and giving people more modes to play once it comes out as well. Cool. And hopefully beating some more of these guys in the office.
Yeah, I've yet to take on anybody in a proper game. I've just been doing practice rounds because I'm just scared of.
Oh, I like it. That's okay. We'll take it easy.
I took on Mod Mark the other day, but then the scores got wiped at one point.
Right. Okay. So, yeah,
I wouldn't take on Mod Mark either.
He's
a bit of a
really
beast.
Mod Mark's pretty hardcore already. Yeah, he's pretty much a pro.
Yeah. Well,
John beat him.
Yeah, I beat him once. So
you did beat him.
I beat him. I was quite happy about that. Anyway,
chalk that up.
Right, I think that's about it for the RuneFest section. Is there anything else that you wanted to mention about RuneFest, or
get your Golden Gnome nominations in now?
Oh yeah, Golden Gnomes are open for nominations.
Yeah, they close on the 20th. They close on the 20th of September,
okay.
And we've got about 23 Golden Gnomes, I think, to give away, and then we've got some more that we'll give away on the actual day as well. So yeah, make sure you tune into the stream, or well, if you're actually at RuneFest, come to the talk and you'll find out who wins.
Yeah. Right, thank you very much guys for coming to talk about RuneFest. We've got a short video about Chronicle to show right now, and we'll be back with you in a second.
Awesome.
Right. Welcome back, guys. Whilst Mod Kelpie gets ready,
he's fumbling.
Yeah, fumbling with his microphone.
So slow. Fumble cam.
So I'm joined now by Mod Kelpie and Mod Ollie. So if you could just present yourselves quickly.
Hello, I'm Mod Ollie, senior content developer. You've probably heard of me before. I'm now product owner of the watch as well.
Hey, I'm Mod Kelpie. I'm lead ninja and project manager.
Cool. So you
hopefully
I'm actually
on.
Kelpie before.
Am I on? Hopefully.
Hopefully you are
cool.
on.
Nice.
Okay, let's get into the big topic questions. We don't have that many this week because we wanted to try and cut them down to like things that were actually relevant to either this week's update or to really big things that are coming up. So
it's like a news headlines.
Yeah, kind of like a news headlines.
Yeah.
This week in Gillinor.
Yeah.
Oh, that's yeah, kind of stuff.
Feel free to present the rest of the show like that.
I'm not going to hold that up. I'm just going to laugh at myself all the time. So, Mod Kelpie, can you please give J8's stance on the use of outs more consistently, or clarify the rules about their use? The current seasonal leader is using a loophole within the rules for his own benefit.
So I wouldn't really call it a loophole. Okay. The rules for account sharing are, I feel they're fairly simple, to be honest. It's you're not allowed to use multiple accounts yourself to exploit game mechanics, like seasonal high scores to and for this case it's the wilderness high scores, it's the most kills in the wilderness. Okay. You're not allowed to have alt accounts come in and keep on killing your own alt accounts to get to the top. However, it's not against the rules to have friends coming in and doing the same thing. It's not within the spirit of competition. I've even said that to the person in the lead. It's kind of what I keep on saying though each week though. It's really, it's the seasonals aren't how I particularly want them to be. And when I agree to, let's run them one last time. We weren't going to do them for a while, like we weren't going to rework them for a while. So yeah, sure. And boy, have I regretted it.
Won't do that again.
I thought it was going to be like mod dashers. It's like a short amount of time for them to get all running and stuff. So I thought, yeah, perfect. Like, but like I spent so much time.
We're going to think really carefully if we do another season.
So yeah, like it's really like if we redo them, like it's designed
just something not
boostable. Not boostable. You don't want to account share. You don't want to. This sort of stuff.
It's so possible. We can do it. It's just the choice of high scores.
I mean, there is some in there that are pretty good. Like things like your solo dungeons and stuff like that. It's solo content. So the only thing that people are going to potentially do there is account share. And so if we do more ones like that, but reduce the duration to a couple hours or something like that, then I think you've got like a good seasonal there sort of thing. But when we get around to that, I don't know. But right now, I think the rules are fairly clear, and I don't feel like there are loopholes and stuff like that. So that's what they are sort of thing.
Okay, cool. Thanks for answering. So today we released a raffle. How did that go? Do you think?
We had one or two issues because kind of when we first introduced it on the stream, like I apologise because we didn't really think too far ahead and like realize, oh wait, there's a bank holiday here in England on the Monday, so it was a Tuesday update. We released it on a Tuesday. Due to like the way you log in and then having an update and stuff afterwards meant that a few people couldn't claim their tickets. We very quickly fixed that issue. As a result of that, people could then claim more than their 2 tickets today. We've then quickly fixed that afterwards. So those issues, apart from that, like I think people are pretty happy with it and stuff like
people
that.
People are up for their
getting their tickets. They're kind of working out. Should I put, because the current reward for today is the 100 mil. So like people will obviously like once you log in after the reset, the daily reset, you'll find out if you won or not. A lot of people being like, "Oh, I'm not sure if I put my tickets in today or wait for them another time."
But there's so many people who are going to go for barrows,
or like the next time the 100 mil is around and stuff like that. So it's
and I've been defending the corner of portable banks as well. People have been saying, hate my portable banks. I love the portable banks.
Yeah, the portable banks were good last time. I remember like I was doing a lot of like mining and fishing in living rock caverns last year.
Certain instances,
and as a result, the banks were pretty good at that point.
I could certainly do with 100 mil, to be honest.
I was going to say I could as well.
I put my ticket straight in.
Are we allowed to
100?
Like 100 mil
or something like that. Like not a lot. And I think there's 4 chances to win 100. 4 or 5 chances to win.
Rotation during the month
every
or something.
Tuesday throughout this month, there's a chance to win 100 mil.
Okay, nice. And there's just one question about the Balthasar's raffle. So Dragomance wants to ask, will Balthasar's Bargain Barrel give random prizes, or will it be more like a store?
It'll be random prizes.
Completely random.
Yeah. I'm not really going to talk about what all those prizes are. You'll have to find out.
Okay.
We have mentioned some of them.
Yeah.
Balthasar, I believe like Balthasar mentioned some in the chat. I think we mentioned some of them on the in the news post, but there's some more there and stuff. So
what's the worst thing you can get? Do you think?
Like, I can't.
You can't say.
I can't say. Like play and find out sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Collect them. You get them for every 5 tickets you get a rummage token, and you can't use that until the raffle is finally over. So not until like the 1st of October. Okay. Essentially,
we just wanted more of that feeling of like, okay, I've lost, but I've got, still got a chance
it's kind of like there's still stuff for everyone.
Keeps it going for a couple more days as well.
And how long
and also like I think Timber really liked the idea of calling it Balthasar's big bargain bin barrel thing, or whatever it's called.
He loves his alliteration.
He came up with Jelly Willikers as well, didn't he?
Yeah. So how long is that for the bargain barrel?
So you collect your rummage tokens. You can use them all at once on the 1st of October. The barrel will remain there throughout the whole of October. After that, it will get taken away.
Yeah. So if you don't log in on the 1st, exactly.
Yeah. You've got the rest of October. As long as you do it once in October, you get it. So.
Okay, that's cool. Good. And so the combat has been fixed, as we said at the beginning of the stream. So,
there was a little issue with combat.
Little hiccup.
Tiny issue.
Just a little one.
Tiny issue. Yeah, I was just saying people could attack with police and that sort of. Yeah. I think someone just took out the whole combat set and threw it out the window. Yeah. Anyway.
They got it fixed pretty quick though. So.
That's good. Right, let's move on to some more general questions. I've been asked by Sinan, have we got any words on invention?
Yeah, we're going to RuneFest again. It's that line, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we've got a whole hour dedicated to invention, kind of winning over those people who may be kind of doubting invention in some way. We're really passionate about it, and we want to. So I'm going to have Mod Voltaire up on the stage, kind of selling individual devices and perks, what's really quality about invention, how are you going to be training it, and also talking about some of the elite skills, the notions of future skills that we could do that we're really excited about too.
Future skills.
So yeah, we're going to own the stage for an hour and really go for it.
Okay, and just for a quick word as well, we're going to be showing off one image in tomorrow's Good Morning Gillinor stream, so it had to be postponed to tomorrow morning, 8:30 GMT. Sorry, 8:30 game time. So we're going to be showing one invention teaser on that as well, just for your information. Throwaway wants to ask, will the still existing hard cap of 2,000 players per server ever be changed?
There's the question, we've got no reason to change it at the moment, so unless that player who's asked the question, anyone else has got a particular reason why they want that changed, let us know. But right now we don't have any issues with it. There's nothing there that makes us want to change it, so we've got no plans.
Okay, cool. Jiro wants to ask, on a previous stream was mentioned you guys were thinking about rescaling NPCs to make them tougher to kill. Any progress on that?
Yeah, this is like something that we'd obviously like to do because some NPCs die really fast and we'd like to make it more of a challenge, but it basically has like a butterfly effect, so you make NPCs a bit tougher. I think most people by tougher they mean more HP, and that makes, like, our combat system does well dealing with combat XP and making it sort of scale to how difficult the mob is, but like Slayer, then you'd start getting like worse Slayer XP rates and we'd have to like rebalance that, so really it becomes a much bigger job than it sounds like it is. And then other people talk about tougher, they mean like, harder to kill, they might do more damage to them, so it's not
with abilities or something.
Yeah, like it's not as straightforward as it sounds. So I mean, it's something we'd like to do, but not something we're looking at currently.
We also acknowledge, there is a bit of power creep with our weaponry, and it's the next year is going to be not only about invention, but I think you're going to see like things that I can use my high-level gear on.
Yeah.
You're going to see more kind of elaborate, complex bosses, but also kind of high-level mobs.
Yeah.
Well, we should see that in November, shouldn't we?
Yeah, exactly.
The Labs thing.
Yeah, so absolutely.
Yeah, even though we know that like people are getting more powerful, we're also going to be catering to that. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't require an entire game rebalance.
That's it. So don't worry, you will get owned again very soon.
Okay.
Go to raids if you want to get owned.
And the same person's asking and about raids, so it's quite nice transition there.
I think when you mention it's a transition, I think it stops being a good transition.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Sorry.
Should have just segued in.
Should have straight in there.
Yeah. So basically, he's asking, what will like the next bosses be able to drop, because we're now getting to tier 90, quite near to tier 99 weaponry.
Yeah.
And
are we really getting close to tier 99?
Or in his
moving
opinion,
very slowly.
Well, they were asking about. People have asked about whether we're going to do intermediate tiers, whether we go 90 to 99.
Yeah.
And obviously, yeah, we think we're going to put in. We have some plans to put in intermediate tiers, like, you know, we might have some things at 93, or you know, depends what we decide on doing.
He's referring to like level 72 enhanced Excalibur.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So things like that. And then it's also important to remember that 99 might be the cap for requirements to use stuff, but that doesn't cap, like, you know, stats on the gear. So we can stats on the equipment. So we can go higher than that.
But we're in no rush.
And we're definitely not going to get there for a while.
No.
But it's just to say that, yeah, while the requirements might stop there, the power of the armor or the weapons don't necessarily.
Okay, it's good to know.
And Invention will obviously nudge things up a little bit as well.
That's opening
probably different ways with different abilities.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ultimate Elite's asking, with 2015 starting with a Mareki versus Floor 61 poll, will 2016 follow up in a similar vote, with a similar way?
There will certainly be big decisions. We haven't decided whether or not that's January. Okay. We've come to a kind of an agreement on what we're going to do with that kind of Rune Labs large, medium, small updates. We know what we want to do for next year. We've got big plans for that.
Find out at RuneFest.
Yeah, so it's RuneFest again. Oh, it's that period where you can't reveal much.
You would have to say it, because like we had a RuneFest section of the stream just like 5 minutes ago. You had to say find out at RuneFest.
Yeah, I suppose so. I suppose so. So that's going to hit.
It's a very nice response that we can give to everything. I don't know. Find out RuneFest.
The rest of the stream you can find out at RuneFest.
Yeah.
Relax and have a drink.
Particularly tune into the kind of updates for 2016.
That's the big one.
That's the
one that all the devs tune into as well, to find out what we'll be doing.
It's been great. We've just having this kind of daily stream of concept art coming through from the concept artists. Yeah. But I'm just emailing about the team, going, guys, look at this.
And that one we got this morning, where we were like, oh, that looks absolutely awesome.
I think Mod Ramen ran to the toilet, didn't he?
Yeah, straight.
He was excited. So you'll find out about it then, and we've got a kind of real concerted plan for what we're going to do with that. Okay. Not sure about January. There are some kind of slots in next year that we might also decide to poll. Okay. So find out more soon.
Talking about the RuneFest, I just found out that you put the ninjas against NXT.
Yeah, we were sat over there and he saw the schedule.
Yeah. So NXT was a late addition. Yeah. So apologies for that.
No one's going to come now.
Well, we've announced that we can't change it.
People I'll be there.
Okay, Primal Moose is asking about Ironman bossing, and he's asking, can we please have it so that the slow standard spawn instances are free to use? Not necessarily just for Ironman, but so you can still like free to use like the slow instances and have to pay for the fast ones? That's
being looked into already by Mod Ramen.
I like that sort of reply.
Yeah. Already being looked into. Handled it. Don't worry about it.
Dealt with, done.
Sorry.
Go for it.
Can we answer some of the questions in the chat? Just because I'm seeing them span. So there's the one about why doesn't Crystallize work on Gremlins anymore? I don't have the full answer, but I'm pretty sure from what I saw, like the XP rates from them were ridiculous. And so that's why they don't. I'm not sure what the actual plan is with them. It might be to add them back in some sort of format, but it was rather ridiculous.
Cool.
So
go for it.
So there's the full answer on that.
And is it better to save my raffle tickets or spend them as I get them?
It's very that's part of the raffle, really. That's the cool thing with this raffle. It's kind of like judging when I should use them.
Surely, in theory, it's best to use them early because fewer people will have accumulated and saved.
Well, I mean, it depends. Like today, like pretty much everyone. Well, it's like, is everyone going to put theirs in, or everyone going to save them? You got 4 or 5 other chances at the 100 mil. Is it worth saving them all up for the last one? Is everyone going to do that?
Save them all up for the portable banks.
Maybe I save them for like the 3rd time or something like that. Maybe if you're very keen on a particular prize, maybe like say you really want the golden barrow sets, then maybe you should save them all up for that. You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
But what you should do is log in every single day to make sure you get them.
There's another one there. So will unarmed spellcasting ever be brought back?
Unarmed spellcasting.
I don't think we have any plans for it at the moment.
Okay.
Probably not.
Probably
not.
not. Yeah.
So probably not. Last year you said we could pay up to 4 weeks worth of anagogic alt to the clan avatar. Is that still coming?
No. I'm not sure who said that, but it wasn't me. I don't think it was.
Apologies.
Or you, I think.
I think I've kind of mentioned a few times that I would like to do some, like a kind of like ninja spotlight on the clan avatars.
Okay.
So you're not just what we do with alt. I mean, like
alts are a bit fiddly.
I prefer to just remove them all completely.
Yeah.
Some people want to change it to a variable.
Is that a poll? Can we do a straw poll?
Well, I mean, like I think everyone's going to say yes, they want to remove them completely compared to variable.
Okay.
To be honest, I mean, we can if you want, but I feel like that's a very...
I'll back off. You know best.
But then there's also kind of like, pretty much everyone just uses them for the XP.
Yeah.
So maybe we do something like all permanently XP and then you choose one of the other options or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm not totally sure, but I like to do some stuff with that. But it's just fitting that in with our Ninja backlog and stuff.
Yeah. So talking about the Ninja backlog, Online Warrior is asking, is there any chance that we can ever see this
Nope.
Ninja backlog? Nope.
I'd like the Ninja backlog because part of the reason for the Ninja team is to be agile, to be flexible, to take things in last minute when we need stuff, to kind of constantly just like rejudge priorities and stuff like that. I change it quite a lot. We actually have two backlogs. We have our kind of like Ninja Fixes backlog, and then we have our projects backlog.
Okay.
And what we tend to do is like at the start of the week, work on Ninja Fixes, and then once we have like a bunch to release for the next update, kind of move on to our projects. On Ninja Fix one, we tend to, as a team, we kind of collect all the sort of stuff that players are saying, our own thoughts, anything from the rest of the JMod team, put them in a big spreadsheet, and then on the Monday we have a planning meeting where we kind of sit through them and go yes, no, sort of thing. A bit more discussion than that. And then like I put them all into our bug database and give them a general priority based on that, and then I just kind of leave it for the rest of the team to kind of pick them out. Okay. So they'll pick out a few of the major ones, and they'll pick out like some of the quicker, smaller ones to do as well. Cool. So that's how that works, and then the project is very much like I've decided, right, we're doing this one, like it's very much in order sort of thing. But because those change really rapidly, I don't want to give it to players because unfortunately like people see stuff and they're like yes, and then like
then they feel like
but then if we don't do that for a while, like just kind of like that clan alts things, as soon as you mention something, someone's going to remember somewhere and they're going to keep on asking about it sort of thing, and that's not a bad thing. It's nice to see that people want stuff, but
that backlog can change.
Because it changes so rapidly, they're going to see a lot of stuff.
It'll be so unsatisfying to just watch that and think, I love that, but it's not coming out. I remember we did like, I think it was called the State of Play back in the day, where we kind of give progress bars on all of our updates. Right. And like mobilising armies was on 60% for 5 months. Oh, and people were like, wait a minute, there's something wrong here. And it's just because like development moved to other things, and it's just, I mean, it hurts us when one of our favourite updates is just delayed for whatever reason. So it's going to be it's going to be 20 times that for people who are really passionate about seeing it in game.
But I mean, like, you got another question on there. I'm going to ask it
you
for you. It's the Church of You one.
Oh, no,
people are asking about like, where's the Church of You and stuff. And again, it was an idea. Yeah. I think in fact, there's even another one about something Mark said. And the ideas. That was put out there. Yeah. And but just because they're ideas doesn't mean we're definitely going to do them.
Well, Church of You is it's a strange one because we announced it, we liked some of the mechanics of it, and it wasn't really looking like it was going to get launched. And some of it got kind of taken away, like Max Guild, in El City, where it's kind of recognising somebody's achievements being exclusive to only those people. Yeah. That kind of got borrowed from it. There's some things that Invention is doing that is quite similar. So yeah, it's tough. And when we did Church of You in that kind of survey, it kind of came just below midway. So, we want to see a big kind of momentum and all players getting behind it if we want to make it.
Okay, cool. The one that I did want to ask though was, can you tease anything on what your kind of bigger upcoming Ninja project is, like the Ninja Spotlight you're going to look to do next?
Well, I kind of moved, I know I mentioned the Spotlight on the avatars, but I kind of moved away from our spotlights. Like when I first came into the Ninja team, the kind of thoughts were like, yeah, we're going to just do constant spotlights. But I feel like after doing a few of them, you're doing them constantly, like we're not creating the best content that we can.
Yeah.
It's better to spend a bit more on our projects, like they're a lot harder hitting than our kind of spotlights. But when there is a spotlight sort of thing to do, then I'm all up for that sort of thing.
Okay.
So not really any spotlights on the go at the moment or planned in the very near future. We've got some projects. Obviously Christmas is one. I think there's even a question that's asked like, can we get progress on Defenders and Gunbooks?
It's not Algorithmus anymore.
It's not Algorithmus
We're
anymore.
not. It's only 50% who wanted it last time.
We need more than 50%.
I like Algorithmus.
People want to know.
I like a good pun. So.
Yeah, you got to snow at Christmas.
Yeah. But Defenders, we're looking to, in the near future, we're going to start work on our Defenders project to improve Defenders.
Okay, cool. Talking about Christmas, I want to know if the bosses are going to have their hats again, because that was awesome.
Oh yeah, that was something that's like, easy to do. People loved it.
Well, I loved the raids bosses as well have like a little...
Yeah, actually that'll be new ones we'll have to do. The raids bosses. Virago with his little lights on and stuff.
Put like tints around the dogs with Berzag.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Like
Sorry, I'm going on a tangent.
No, that'll be back.
Cool. Axel wants to know if there are any teasers for the first Madcap quest, and if you've got a release date goal for that.
Soon TM.
Soon TM.
We're hitting with a live stream beforehand.
Yeah.
So that's coming out before.
Yeah.
We will be hosting a stream about that in the nearish future.
Yeah. Don't want to give too much away, but we kind of like how it's...
the date.
Yeah, well, we kind of like how it's been like under the radar a little bit. People, it's not been like, we've not pushed it out there too much.
We haven't talked about that much apart from like here.
Well, all I was going to say is that rather than Madcap Quest, it's sort of specifically about the Gobies and like discovering a bit about their ancestry.
I mean, that's the thing I like about it. It's because you went out of the way to do humorous quest, something that really kind of gives the laughs, and also it's more about relationships. Yeah. I know, like with the gods and stuff like that, a lot of the 6th Age stuff, it's been quite high level, big scope, wars happening everywhere, and this is a bit more not down to earth, down to Madcap.
It's certainly something that we've had as a result of feedback where we thought we want to have a bit of a more personal story to a quest. And it's definitely been fun to make. That's the main thing. We've loved making it.
And the stream will be on the 15th of September.
Apparently, will be. So that's penciled in for 15th of September.
Penciled in.
I'll put that in my diary.
Yeah, we haven't actually asked you about that yet.
We'll get Deg on the...
Yeah, Deg on the couch.
Yeah, I might not be here. I might be in a different country, but
because of that.
Yeah, I'm deliberately going away.
It can be moved.
Deg and Ramen, I'm sure they'll be.
Yeah, the guys will definitely love to do that.
Best double team.
Cool.
There's the question keep on coming up about the sculling bug.
Should have been fixed.
Has it been fixed?
I think is the one with storm shards. Is that?
It's the one to do with the familiars.
Yeah, so you could use storm shards on a familiar, and it would skull the person that you were that you were attacking. I think that's the hotfix that fixed that was the one that broke combat.
Right. So
hopefully
fixed. Yeah.
That's all fixed now.
All right, cool. So that is fixed.
So there's another question from the chat about RuneNav's. Maybe for you, Modcalpy. Will RuneNav's support counts be reset? At this point, it seems pointless to submit any new ideas. They'll never be seen.
It just got removed as I was reading it. Sorry, I didn't fully hear. So are we resetting it?
Are we going to reset the points on the...
we did a straw poll last time around.
The plan is that, I mean, it's part of the plans that go into that we'll talk about RuneFest, but for the time being, it's in an open period. Put your ideas on there. We're getting them supported up. There's no criteria. It's not going to be for a little while.
Okay.
So they're just going to constantly just keep on voting them up.
Okay. So basically new ideas have probably got less chance of being seen because the top ideas, people are just going to like top idea.
I mean, like that's the part of it though. Is like it's looking at and like comparing stuff, sort of thing. I am looking at more than just the very top few ideas.
Yeah,
but we want to see supporters, and I think the Blood Dye one is very close to being the sort of numbers that we're looking for. I think I'll say it now. Like, if you get Blood Dye to 2,000 supporters, we'll definitely do it. Right. So 2,000 supporters. That's the target for Blood Dye.
Definitely do it.
Obviously, so I think like second or third on there is the rites of passage quest, and that's that's what we said. It's like, as a larger update. It's not just something that we can easily do as a kind
it's
of
not as if it's invisible.
project and ninja thing.
It's still telling us how much people want it.
But for a larger thing like that, you're going to want a lot more than 2,000, I think. But that will influence your decisions of what you want to release in the future. But at some point, yes, they will be reset. Some point in the future as part of what we do. But then I imagine like we'll maybe have long periods of it being in an open state or something like that. Where we'll have this kind of more. The target is just to let us know your ideas. We're not committing to taking anything, but we are, particularly smaller ideas, particularly ninja ideas, like we'll be looking to take stuff off of that. And especially seeing stuff getting supported up. And it's like, and people, like I've said it for like a good few live streams now, is like when people are asking some of the ninja requests, like when it's just one person asking, and it seems kind of like, I'm not too sure, like why do you want that? Do people really want that? Rune Labs is a great place for that, because then you can start, I can see if more than one person wants that sort of thing. So you've got an idea, I'm not too sure on it, post it on Rune Labs, get the supporters, like ask around, tell your friends if they like this idea, get supporting sort of thing. Then if you come to me and go, hey, I've got this idea, and look, we've got X amount of supporters on Rune Labs, what do you think? There's a bit more weight behind it.
And while we don't have a trending function in Rune Labs at the moment, there's still like our analytics guys are still kind of sending us over things that are kind of really getting a trend. So we can see them, they're basically pulled out for us. We can look and see if they're a good ninja job or good project.
Cool. So to go back to my question sheet, could we possibly add an additional boss teleporter to the Max Guild Gardens for players who don't have Max Cape but have Max Combat stats?
I really like that little carrot. Like, come on, guys, get your skills max, and then you come into the Max Guild, then you can use that portal. You've already got the two skill portals outside.
You do.
It's pretty neat. Would
it be possible to turn one of those into a boss portal at your choice?
And then, but unfortunately, then you don't leave as much in the Max Guild to really kind of tempt you in.
True enough.
So we're going to keep it as is. I think that's about right. I know it feels a little bit cruel, but if you've got Max, this is your treat.
I'm not Max Guild yet, so maybe I'll have a different opinion when I get there.
There's a question from the chat about pin codes. So are they ever going to get some love? Do we know about that? So for example, they don't stop hijackers taking wealth from accounts. Trading has a pin dropping, and Red Portal Worldy don't. Reddit on this last year, and nothing has come of it. I don't know if it's something we can answer.
Or we could do, we'll pass that on, I think, is the only thing that we could say at the moment. I don't have an answer for that myself.
No, I don't have anything, to be honest. We'll need to look into that a bit more.
So talk to our teams downstairs.
It's not really our thing to say.
Downstairs.
We are downstairs.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Is there a secret floor? I don't know.
It's my dungeon.
The dungeon,
Oh god.
We're back to the RuneFest dungeon with the heads that has left us. Right, that is finished. Can we have the Spirit of Battle added to the Thaler minigame shop?
Spirit of Battle, I believe that is
the one
the
that
Slayer
masks.
No, it's would be like we spoke about this. It's quite OP as it is. So allowing players to get constantly more of these things. Like at the moment, it's balanced so that we don't inject many into the game. So I was adding it to that shop. Maybe there's like a call to do like a similar type thing. Maybe sometime in the future that does less or something, perhaps. But right now, no, there's no plans. We don't want to do it.
Cool. The Big Yan is asking, is there any chance that the decision to sacrifice or save Illumined in the Light Divine will play a role in the future quests?
So there are some people who are... Oh, sorry, I was going to butt in on your quest. Go for it.
Well, I would hope... It depends what you mean by like play a role in future quests, because obviously that had an effect on Seren, and if Seren is going to be in future quests, then there'll be... Your decision in that quest will have an impact on how she is and how she behaves. So it's not just that choice, but also the choice whether to include the Dark Lord Shard or not. all had an impact on how Seren was at the end of the quest, and yeah, that will hopefully...
potentially it can have effect on other quests, which is nice.
Yeah, because there are some people who feel that this is the end of the elf storyline, and that means in some way that Seren is also the end of Seren's storyline, which isn't the case. Nope. We've got big plans for her.
Definitely, yeah. I wasn't sure how much you wanted
to
say.
Yeah, we've sat there and kind of worked out some of the things we want to do with the 6th Age, and we've got this kind of matrix of player choices, or the things we want to reference. It's all going to get quite expensive.
So many player choices.
Yeah, it's all going to get quite expensive very quickly. But
I'm the culprit of a lot of those.
Yeah, so
annoying ones.
Yeah, you really are. So we'll at the very least inflect a lot of dialogue and inflect a lot of kind of aesthetics. But we've also got big divergent choices. Yeah. I mean, what we've been talking about the end of kind of a certain storyline, the end game, has massive kind of chunks of quests that you will or won't get.
Chunks of Stone of Jazz.
Yeah, indeed. And one of the ways we're going to deal with that is just to let people play the deleted scenes. So if you haven't been able to get something because they made a certain choice, you'll just be able to play those deleted scenes. You won't miss it.
That's a great idea, actually.
Yeah. So that's always been one of our kind of big goals with storyline, is that you don't get to miss anything.
Directors
and this is our way of doing it. Yeah, why not? Who knows, maybe we'll do a commentary over the top.
Cool.
That'd be nice. So we're talking about Seren as well. Is she going to feature in Elder God quests with Zaros? Or is like her seeing her
I don't see why it has to be specifically Elder God quests. She's got a very special relationship, a bit weird, with both Guthix and Zaros. Which obviously, if you've played these quests, you know what those are.
Yep.
So that makes her really central to our storyline, really important. And also, she has a relationship to the Elder Gods. And so when things start kicking up, and storyline gets a little bit, we start doing some interesting things over the next few years, I'm sure Seren will be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Could Rise of the Six see some love in terms of new drops, adding a tradable or untradeable titles to the chest?
Well, titles, we want to be... Just to give a little word on titles, is that we don't want to. We've been putting out a lot of them, and we don't want to keep filling the game with loads of titles. They should be something that's a bit more.
We're going for it should represent an achievement,
yeah,
or something that has been particularly hard to get, maybe.
Yeah.
What we don't want to get is a situation where somebody sees a title and goes, "I just don't know what that's from."
No point even reading it.
Yeah, exactly.
There's just so many titles.
I can't comprehend it.
There was something posted on Rune Labs, and we kind of talked on this a previous stream before. Like there was a suggestion on Rune Labs to add it to the barrows and stuff before, and it got quite popular and stuff.
Yeah.
But, this kind of where the talk came through about titles and stuff, and at that time, like we polled the players and they said themselves, there's too many titles going into the game and stuff like that.
That's partly my fault. I mean, Elf City did come with a lot of titles.
If we went for a long period of time with like no titles, it might be a bit different. But I think like the Demon, like Flash Mobs one did really well. When we brought those back, but it's just so many titles.
It's just using them at the right time.
Yeah,
exactly.
But in terms of other ROTS rewards, we feel it's good GP, and we feel like it doesn't really need to be. There's other things that could do with being looked at first, so it's not really something we're looking at like anytime soon.
Cool. So I just need to select these.
I was going to mention though, we are aware the shields aren't great. We have some potential solutions like on the horizon, for maybe
shields,
maybe enhancing them.
Yeah.
I don't want to say much, but yeah, we're aware of that.
Okay, cool. During Anywhere, has that got any TA at all?
No, it doesn't, I'm afraid.
Okay.
It kind of like, I think I mentioned this last week, we kind of, we'd done a fair amount of content development on it, Modpie had, but we had to move him onto something else that we can't talk about just yet.
Secret.
Yep. And
RuneFest.
so we'll have to before RuneFest.
Before RuneFest.
Yeah. So we'll have to. People need to pick it up and stuff like that, but we need to arrange that with our other projects and such.
But we like it. I mean,
this is definitely like it. Definitely want it to come out.
There's big passion for it in house.
Yeah. It's just about finding. It's just we've got a lot on in Ninja at the moment, and we've got to find the time for that and stuff, and we need to see like what Modpie is going to be continuing to do in the future and such as well, and that sort of thing.
So I'm going to want a few Ninja questions because we've only got 5 minutes left, I think.
Quick Fire Ninja.
So Quick Fire Ninja in a second, just do a couple of normal Ninja first. Any info on the Slayer tasks for General Guardo and Ziliana?
So kind of talked about maybe this last time.
I think it was last week we talked about
maybe
it.
didn't quite understand the full extent of it. So the reason why you can do, is it Krill
and Krill?
As Slayer tasks is because they fit into the demons and Avianti ones. Yeah. Preferably, we actually wouldn't want them. Like, players rinse the God Wars dungeon bosses so much already that we'd actually rather they weren't part of Slayer tasks.
Okay.
So kind of go back on maybe what I said. I'm not sure I definitely said yes last time, but
I don't think you definitely said yes. I think you said that you'd look into it.
Yeah. So the answer is no.
Oh, okay.
No, we're not going to do that.
Okay. Don't worry, we're not changing Krill or. Oh, okay.
You never know. I don't have anything written down just yet. We'll see how strongly other people feel.
Any chance of moving old inventory item style pets to the hero interface? You said that we were looking at doing that in 2013, so I think we wanted to do
There's a reason why we haven't done it, and it's because it's a whole lot of work.
Okay. Spaghetti code by any chance?
Spaghetti code.
Yeah, it's like when we first added the original legendary pets, the plan was, I was back in QA at that time and I was testing the project. The plan was to add all the pets to that interface. It didn't happen because it was a huge amount of work, and it never happens because it's a huge amount of work.
The interface even got mocked up for it, didn't it, I think?
Yeah,
it was a build for it.
I mean, like, it was fully planned, it's just we did not have time to do it. And we've just, what it's worth compared to other stuff, it's not really worth it.
Okay, cool. Quick fire ninja questions.
Okay.
Let's go. Can we get the XP for the extra herbs we collect when using a Juju farming potion, green fingers or etc. on a farming run?
No.
Have you considered releasing the famous ninja backlog that we here mentioned in quite
no.
No answer to that. Can we get a quick chat for kills of monsters that drop champion scrolls, imps, lesser demons,
sure.
Earth warriors? Can we add a wizard guild teleport to the combat bracelet?
Maybe.
Ooh. Can we make first stage amulet retain a double XP prayer effect? From Dragon Rider amulet.
I did not get that question, sorry.
Can we make the first stage amulet retain a double XP prayer effect from Dragonfire amulet?
No, we prefer variety of stuff. Sorry, I'm just going to take a bit more time on this.
Fine.
We discussed it with Ninja. We prefer variety in our stuff. We get a lot of requests to combine stuff. Like, there's stuff now that's asking us to combine all the skilling outfits into one. And we don't like it, to be honest. We like there to be variety. What I would be keen on, if there's if you've got several options, but one of them hands down wins every single time, there's no point on taking the other two or whatever, then I would like to hear that, because then we can maybe look at bringing them all in line. So you've got some choices. Obviously, there's always going to be a case of that. If you're doing this particular thing, this is the best one to take. But imagine you've got all your Slayer tasks, and you maybe for different Slayer creatures, there's different amulets you want to take based on that. That's what I'd prefer, rather than just getting to, because it's getting to the stage where everyone wants to combine every single cape with a completionist cape, and or they want all the skilling outfits in one, and then it'll be all the skilling outfits and War Priest or something, all the War Priest in one, and then it would just be the fact that everyone's wearing the same single outfit. That's where the more we do, the more we'll get to that point.
Okay.
And I want to avoid that.
Makes complete
Sorry,
sense.
That wasn't quick fire at all. But
got another quick fire there. Any chance we can get an area with D&D portals like at the beach?
What, sorry?
Any chance we can get an area with D&D portals like at the beach?
There's no plans.
No plans.
Might come with more events.
Yeah, I think it worked well, but we'll need to see. Part of it, shooting SAR and stuff, I think part of it is that is a nice community thing, working with people using the shooting SAR friends chats and stuff to locate where they are and stuff, and it's a nice community thing, I think. So creating easy teleports to places just ruins that sort of thing.
Okay. Right, can you make gem bags empty directly into the bank whilst having the bank interface open? Same goes for coal bags.
It's very fiddly, so I'm not sure we can.
Fiddly. Will we ever get more use for the crystal blossoms?
No, not from Ninja anyway.
Nothing planned.
Nothing from Ninja, yeah.
Okay, ETA on Defender and Godbook we work. So
as I said earlier, we haven't actually started development on either of those, so there's no ETA.
Now that the vials get automatically destroyed, can we have the same feature for buckets and plant pots?
Yes.
Oh, nice. First yes you said, I think.
No, I've said a few.
Okay.
There was a few at the
Any
start.
ETA news on the Quest Master Cape? I can't wait to get it.
Modmanti is working on that, and he is hopeful for this year. Ormanti is a tester. He's QA analyst.
Yeah. He's doing his own free time, basically.
Yeah, he's like you. He's one of our highest level players and stuff. He's played for a good number of years, and this is something he really wants, and so he's like making it himself and stuff, which is really cool to see.
He'll be featured on a stream tomorrow as well for the Good Morning Good stream.
Indeed.
Losing to my time on the QBD.
Yeah, well, you haven't done your time
that
yet,
is a big show.
Did you actually manage to beat the QBD?
Only one person on that board.
Yeah, but it was 3 minutes and something, but we'll ignore that.
Did you beat it on your tube as well?
Did I beat it on my tube? Quickfire, no.
Quickfire. This has been the least quickfire of all time.
Yeah, it's supposed to be quickfire, but it's not. It's semi-quickfire, semi-automatic fire. Could the games room Berthorps be made available for free to play?
Yes.
Oh. Can a Ninja team make an NPC?
I'm not going to make them better.
RuneLink.
But I spoke to Mod Days, who recently got the creatorship job for the room, and he's got some plans. But I asked him, and he was like, yes.
Nice. Can a Ninja team make an NPC in game which collects all daily items for you? Talking about things like seaweeds, buckets of sand, etc.
Nope. Like, part of that stuff is you need to put in the time to get it. If we just give it to you all, like with one NPC, then like it just makes them all worthless.
Though if we did do something like that, it would be locked behind something crazy.
So you got plans for it?
Before you say it's never going to happen.
Yeah. Oh, well, like Ninja don't have any plans anyway.
Okay. Can you make the like pictures at the end of the Heflin agility course easier to click on? As for the movement, we end up just spam clicking it and wasting time. I didn't write that.
It doesn't seem like they have a problem clicking the actual thing. Like we don't need to make the click area. I think it's more just you have to wait for the animation to end.
I think
so.
Yeah,
like.
that's the thing. Yeah.
Not with Ninja, because we don't have any animation resources or anything, so I'm not sure what we could do. And we can look at it, but probably no.
Might be something you can do in code.
Yeah. We need to. I mean, like I've done it plenty of times, and I can't ever think of having a problem personally. So I'm not sure, but yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that's about the end of this stream. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Thank you for being on the couch with me today.
You are welcome.
Just a reminder that tomorrow morning at 8:30 game time, we're going to be hosting Good Morning Gillinor, which is our second episode of our kind of morning sort of magazine talk show with Mod JD and myself presenting. We're going to be featuring Mod Manti, and he's going to be doing his run of the QBD in a reasonably priced armor. Trying to beat Mod Chaosi's time. Tune in tomorrow to see how it goes. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Bye.